Hey guys, my name's David. I'm from the Sneaky Beavers, and I just want to talk about planning. So, what is planning? Planning is creating goals and putting strategies in place to achieve these goals. When managing a business, planning is essential. Without planning, it can be very hard to get work done because employees do not know or set their goals and objectives. If a company wants to achieve their goals, they must have a set plan in place, and there are four main reasons to plan. First, to set directions and priorities. It helps show your employees what a business is aiming to do and how they should be working towards a common goal. Without direction, you will have not set priorities and workers may stray away from their goal of the company. To simplify the decision-making process, leaders in a company should be able to say no to new ideas so they don't stray from their business plan. Their business plan is what they plan on, and that's how it should be planned. That's why it's a plan. And you should be able to prioritize activities that will lead to a lot of success in the company so that the company can be successful, because you don't want to set your company up for failure. The third is to drive for alignment. Every employee should be working to maximize their company's success. I think success is very important in a company. If you don't have success, you're failing, and you don't want to fail. I think that's pretty obvious. And this is done through evaluating all job positions to make sure they're contributing to the business. If you don't contribute, why do they bother paying you? You need to contribute in some way, some fashion. The fourth thing is to communicate the message. The leader should be communicating the key objectives to the employees so everyone's on the same page. You always want to be on the same page, if not the same page, really close. If you're far away, then you're in trouble. You're not going to get anywhere as a business. You're going to be way off topic. And having a leader that can effectively communicate the message helps the employees be able to help the company succeed. If you have a strong leader who can plan and get everything set up so that the employees are set up for success and communicate with them like what they want, you're going to have a successful business. If a company is able to succeed in these four areas, it will help them succeed in the business world, and that's just a common known fact. That's from the basics of strategic planning. One company we looked at was Coleman, and Coleman's a very well known company that offers a great product, especially in the cooler industry and grilling industry. Once a person experiences the luxury of having a cooler or product like a Coleman grill that is top of the line and inexpensive compared to other companies, they will come back for life. And outdoorsmen, tailgaters, and sports enthusiasts can all enjoy the cooler and the nice grills and not really have to worry about if they're going to last more than a year or if they're going to be able to work when they go out in 0 degrees for a football game that nobody should be going to because it's freezing cold. But anyways, the coolers, Coleman has a lot of varieties, and people can customize them and choose colors and designs for them, so they can make it so it's a Chicago Bears cooler. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. The size also varies greatly. They have a lot of different sizes. Along with grills, they have a lot of variety, and people can go there and get either single burner, 4 burners, 6 burners. They have massive grills and they have small grills, whereas other companies just offer like a one size where it's like a 4 flame grill. The SWOT is really important to strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. It's really vital in looking into those in a business. So the SWOT method is used to help further analyze a business plan and help it grow in the future. The SWOT method has been in place for a long time and is used by many companies to help keep their business running smoothly. And the SWOT method has been used to help view a company's strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Like I said, those 4. That's what it's all about. Not only does this method help find internal problems, but it helps find external problems too, so that you can really fix a problem and make it stronger from the outside and inside. The SWOT analysis can be used to organize information, present solutions, Identify problem areas and present opportunities. The strengths should correlate with opportunities, and the weaknesses should correlate with threats. The SWOT method helps companies in many different aspects of their business and necessary to help keep the business running smoothly. While it helps to keep the business running smoothly, it is not guaranteed to always help a company though. The SWOT analysis method is meant to be used in the proposal stage of strategic planning. This means that it should be used before companies take action on anything. It is meant to help look at all the different options a company has. Some of the reason to use this is method to explore avenues for new ideas, making decisions about executive strategies for new policy, identifying possible areas for change in program, and refining and redirecting efforts mid-plane. The first two letters stand for strengths and weaknesses, like I said earlier. The two letters are considered to be the internal factors that affect the business. One example of an internal factor is physical resources. This could be anything from a company's location to the quality of their location and equipment. HR, human resources, could also be included in this topic, including employees, volunteers, and the target audience. Another option for internal factors is financial resources. This could include funding, source of income, and investing opportunities. The internal factors are very important to the company because they help to identify what the opportunities and threats are. And if you can know what your opportunities and threats are, you can grow and strengthen your company so that you can oppose those opportunities and threats. Next comes the company's external factors. These would be considered the opportunities and threats of a business. External factors usually include things that a company cannot control. One example of this is a market trend. A company cannot control how the market audience shifts in their needs. It's like for iPhones. People want the next iPhone, so you can't just go out and say you want the iPhone 7 when the iPhone 6 is even out. People are going to want the next thing before the next thing's even out. They're always going to want the next great thing because it's better. A company can't control the market audience shifts in their needs because this could also include environmental and economic regulations that have been placed that make it hard for a company to manufacture their product and make it go boom, boom, boom. Instead, they have to go boom, 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 and gradually let stuff come out. Another important aspect is demographics. These demographics can include their target audience, gender, age, race, and culture. Relationships with suppliers and partners would also be considered an external factor. External factors are meant to help a company evaluate how they should try to further grow their business. If they don't try to further grow their business is going to be really compact and not have a chance to get bigger. Why would you do that? You're wasting your time and not gain more money when you could possibly grow and get a lot of money and be very profitable. So for Coleman, what we looked at, like if we were to do not a practice SWOT, but say a SWOT analysis, some strengths of Coleman would be they have the highest grade equipment and supplies to achieve the best product, has competitively low and affordable pricing in the cooler and grilling industry. Coleman has a very, very reputable name. People know Coleman and love Coleman and really recommend it. And they're an outdoors company that have more than coolers and grills where people can go get tents and everything they need if they want to go camping or something like that. Some weaknesses would be most people that have one cooler, they don't need to go out and buy another one next year. The coolers last for a long time, so they have to be able to go get other stuff, and that's why I think Coleman has spread out and become more of a camping and grilling and outdoorsy company. Competition has tried to evolve into newer, smaller things, such as like cooler koozies, where they've made a koozie that will stay cold, so you keep your beer or drink freezing cold, and then it won't get warm when it's a nice beach sunny day. Yeah, that's what I thought for the weaknesses. Some opportunities, we thought they had lower prices with a higher quality product that may lead to brand loyalty. There's a growing trend for personalization of objects where they're letting them color their own coolers and they're letting them paint logos and stuff like that on them. They have a very trustworthy name, and by getting like a potential deal with a sports team or a major league market like Major League Baseball, they can actually go out and expand and have MLB represent them and have their prime logo on an MLB field or MLB name for a field. Some threats would be there's a lot on the market right now, and it's a very small market, but there are companies that, like Igloo, have the same exact coolers basically, but they just have Igloo's name on it. And coolers are a seasonal product also, whereas camping stuff can be seasonal. If you're up in like the northern region and you don't want to go in the cold, then you can't really camp. But some things are seasonal and that can really affect them. So their big time is the summer. And future competitors could decide to make a product that's more innovative and better or cheaper. So like for a cooler, they can make a cooler that somehow stays freezing cold and the ice doesn't melt. Yeah. And for the direct competition from Coleman, we just saw two really big companies, Igloo and Yeti coolers. Yeti is a newer company, but they've made top-of-the-line products, but they've also had top-of-the-line prices, and that's really affected them. But people still want them because their product is supposed to keep everything cold and not melt, in a sense. Coleman has multiple differentiators from other companies. Customers have an option to personalize the cooler. They can get a variety of sizes of cooler and grill. With the wide range of options, Coleman is able to separate themselves from their competition. With their competitive pricing, Coleman is flying off the shelves and going into parks, parking lots, and more in the future. I think Coleman is really different than a lot of companies because they have so many varieties and options to choose from, whereas they're not just a cooler and grill company. They can actually go have camping stuff, whereas there's no really other big companies that can really compare to them and do all the things they do. And I think Coleman is just a really good product, and I think in general the planning they do has really helped them succeed and make them a profitable company. And I really am sorry I couldn't be there tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this, and good luck to you guys. Have a great rest of the summer.